Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new WWE2K series. In this series, we follow the footsteps of an individual superstar in an immersive story mode. Each week matches will be played, rivalries will unfold, and twists and turns are inevitable. But you, the audience, get to decide how this story plays out. Your participation will influence the superstar's journey, shaping the decisions he makes. This series will focus on no other than the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing's for sure, the story starts now. Let's get into it. Shawn Michaels' music hits, and he walks out to a huge ovation, but something is not right. It is written on his face and in his eyes. The usual cocky swagger is muted, replaced with a man who's clearly been doing some thinking.
Hey, you know, I've spent the last few weeks staring at myself in the mirror, and for the first time, I didn't recognize the guy looking back at me. I saw a man who's given this business everything. Blood, sweat, tears, a man who's headlined WrestleMania, stolen the show, been on top of the mountain more times than I can count. And yet, here I stand, wondering if there's still anything left in the tank. See, there comes a time when every man has to ask himself, do I still belong? Am I still the best? Or is it time to step aside and let the next guy take over? And I'll be honest, I don't know that answer yet, but there's only one way to find out. Randy Orton. I'm looking at you. Randy, you like to call yourself the Legend Killer? You walk around here like you're untouchable because you've beaten some big names? But understand this, you ain't killed this legend yet. You ain't put down the showstopper. So if I'm gonna find out whether or not I still belong, I want to do it against the very best this company has to offer. So champ, how about it? Me and you. Backlash. One last shot at the top. Let's find out if I'm still that guy.
Mr. Kennedy's music hits. The cocky, arrogant loudmouth struts onto the stage, mic in hand, shaking his head as he slow claps his way down the ramp.
Wow. Just, wow. That was beautiful, Shawn. Real touching. The great Shawn Michaels standing in this ring, begging for one more chance. You want one last shot at the title? One last dance? Hate to break it to you, old man, but that ship has sailed, and you weren't on it. See? You may be a legend, but you're also a liability. You talk about finding out if you still belong. Let me save you the trouble. You don't. You ain't the same Shawn Michaels who used to run circles around guys like me. You're slow. You're broken. You're just a relic of the past, trying to squeeze out one last paycheck before reality kicks in and tells you you're done. You want to fight Randy Orton at Backlash? No. If anyone should be getting a shot at the title, it's me. Not some washed up, injury-prone, past his prime has been still living off his greatest hits DVD.
Kennedy, you've got a lot of nerve walking out here, flapping your gums like you've actually accomplished something. But let's get one thing straight. I'm still Shawn damn Michaels, and if you think for 1 second that I'm just gonna roll over and die because some loudmouth punk says so, then you're dumber than you look. You wanna stand here and talk about how I don't belong? You wanna call me washed up? Fine. But let's see if you're still talking when I put your teeth down your throat.
A smug Kennedy grinned and left the ring. HBK storms into William Regal's office, frustration written all over his face.
Regal, I ain't here to play games. You heard me out there. I want Orton at Backlash. Give me the match.
Regal adjusts his tie, giving HBK a long, calculating look.
You know, Shawn, I respect you, I do. But you heard Kennedy, and quite frankly, he's got a point. You've taken some losses. You've had some injuries. I can't just hand you a title shot because you feel like you deserve it, but I'll tell you what. You want Orton at Backlash? You prove it. Tonight, you go one-on-one with JBL. Beat him. And I'll consider you the #1 contender. But if you lose, then it's time you start thinking about life after wrestling.
You want me to prove it? Fine. But when I beat JBL, I don't want a damn consideration. I want my shot, period.
HBK storms out, leaving Regal smirking slightly. The camera cuts to the backstage area where Shawn Michaels is seen pacing back and forth, hands on his hips, shaking his head when a familiar ally appears.
You all right, man?
I don't know, Hunter. I don't know if I got it anymore.
What the hell are you talking about?
You saw what happened last week. You've seen what's been happening for months. Every time I step in that ring, every time I try to prove that I'm still the showstopper, I feel like I'm just a step behind. Like maybe I'm not that guy anymore.
Not that guy anymore, Shawn. Let me tell you something. You don't need to prove a damn thing to anybody. You're Shawn Michaels. You're the guy who stole the show before half this roster even knew how to lace their boots. You're not a step behind. You're just in your own head.
I guess I just need to know if I'm still that guy.
Then go out there and remind the world. Remind yourself, because I know damn well that when you're at your best, there is nobody better than Shawn Michaels. So stop doubting, stop second guessing. Go out there, tune up the band, and be the damn showstopper.
Guess it's time to find out, huh?
Damn right it is.
And with that, Shawn Michaels made his way to the gorilla position for the first match in our series.
And here comes John Bradshaw Layfield, a man who never shies away from reminding the world just how wealthy, ruthless, and downright arrogant he is. But let's not forget, JBL is a former WWE champion, and tonight, he's standing in the way of Shawn Michaels' path to a title shot.
And you know he loves that, JR. JBL thrives on stomping out people's dreams, especially someone like Shawn Michaels, who's questioning whether he still has it. JBL would love nothing more than to be the guy to prove HBK doesn't belong anymore.
That's right, King. JBL is as dangerous as they come. And when it comes to a chance at the title, he'll do whatever it takes to secure his spot at the top. And listen to this ovation. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, still electrifying arenas with his very presence. But let's be clear, this is no time for Shawn to be soaking up the applause. Tonight, HBK needs to silence his doubts and prove he's still the showstopper.
Look at him, JR. He's dancing, he's soaking it in, but you gotta wonder if deep down the doubt is still there. Can he do it tonight, or is the Heartbreak Kid past his prime?
You're right, King. Shawn's body has taken its toll over the years, but there's still that fire inside him. We're about to find out if that fire is enough tonight. A great start here by HBK, straight out of the traps. But JBL with that back elbow. That's how quick things can turn.
Yeah, smart move by JBL there, and look, he's now focusing in on that infamous weakened back of Shawn.
Powerbomb. Huge move from JBL. How much can HBK take? But wow, HBK gets a shoulder up at 2. Vintage Shawn Michaels, the signature elbow drop from the top rope.
He's still the showstopper, JR. It's time to tune up the band.
Michaels looking for some sweet chin music. Wait a minute. What the hell? That's Kennedy's music. He's on the rampway, and he's got Michaels' attention. Oh, good God Almighty. A devastating clothesline from hell. That turned Michaels inside out, and JBL gets the win. Kennedy has cost Michaels his title shot. This is just disgusting. Shawn Michaels fought his heart out tonight, and Mr. Kennedy had to stick his nose where it didn't belong.
You have to wonder, JR, what does this mean for the future of Shawn Michaels?
You're right, King. Michaels had his sights set on one last title run. But is he now out of the title picture?
Wait a minute, JR. Kennedy's not done. He's in the ring.
I told you, old man, I told you. You're weak, you're old, and you're broken. You don't belong here anymore. And if it's me that has to put you down, then so be it.
Kennedy just totally disrespecting a legend of this business. Michaels is trying to get to his feet. But oh no! He falls right into the mic check from Kennedy. Michaels' head driven off the canvas. This is just disgusting.
He looks broken, JR. Maybe Kennedy's right. Is it time for HBK to finally throw in the towel?
And with that, the show went off the air. How should the story evolve from here? Should HBK seek revenge on Kennedy? Should he talk to Regal for a rematch? What do you want to see happen? Comment below, and please, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. It would be most appreciated.